Welcome back, Bulls fans. The Chicago Bulls just lost their first regular season game against the Oklahoma City Thunder, giving up 31 points to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We lost 124 to 104. There's a lot of things that we could have done better, a lot of things I think we did okay with, and a couple things I think we did great with. So we're going to talk about it right after this.
Give me the hot sauce! Give me the hot sauce, Bob!
So the Bulls lose their first regular season game, 124 to 104. I mean, honestly, threes were a big part of that. Okay, the Chicago Bulls shot 29% from the field, shooting 12 for 42, and OkC shot 49%, which was basically the difference in this game. We have to shoot the ball better. A big issue with that is we were taking shots. If you watch preseason, if you've listened in the offseason, you know that the Bulls have been focusing on taking more threes and really trying to add that part of the game to our team. We definitely have been taking more. The issue is we are not making any more. If anything, we might be making less, which is a little concerning. Definitely something we need to work on. We need to focus on our team making these baskets, making these shots. A big contributor to that was Zack and DeMar did not have a good game today offensively. Zack shooting 4 for 16 and DeMar shooting 9 for 20. Now, this is not something I expect to be an every game thing, right? Clearly, DeMar and Zack are going to be able to shoot. They're going to make their points. They're going to do what they do. So it's not something that's going to happen every game. But them having a game that they had and us shooting the way we did from the three is definitely the reason we lost this game. We started the game off really well on defense, doing what we needed to do. OkC was not shooting very well at the beginning of the game. That second half, they started to not miss. And something we need to work on is really getting out to the shooters. But I definitely think that if Zack or DeMar have a normal game and we hit maybe four more threes, we are winning this game. Now, it doesn't seem like it was as close as it was for most of the game, but I definitely think it's something where we had a few things that if they go our way, we do come out with a victory in this. It's definitely something I want to look forward to during the next few games, just to see how this offense is working if Zack and DeMar are also having a good game. Now, that takes me to a person who had an okay game, and that is Patrick Williams. We've been asking him to have an aggressive game, and this is the way to start. He was aggressive. He did not shoot very well from three, but he was attacking off the dribble, post fading, pulling up. He was making plays, and that's what I like to see from Patrick, playing the way he needs to play. I hope this is not like in preseason where it's one game on, one game off. I hope we don't have to bench him a couple times just to make him play the way he should. But it definitely seems like he's come in with an aggressive mindset. Mind you, there was some talk about him wanting some money in his contract signing. He wanted to have some extra $20 million, over $20 million. Clearly, we didn't do that signing yet. This is going to be a prove-it year for him. So I definitely think that's going to play a big part on his aggression throughout this season. I just hope that he continues to work on it and keeps pushing with that aggressive nature. Now, the issue with the Bulls is we have a lot of players who could be taking that next step. Patrick, Kobe, Io. We're hoping Julian Phillips is just out and ready to go at the start of the season, right? But we need to find a way to get everyone to play together. Part of that, what we thought and what we heard from Vooch was that part of that was going to be him posting up and playing through him in the post. It did not look very good today. Vooch took 8 shots. We were not passing the ball. It definitely seemed like the guards were afraid to throw it into him. There were a few plays where he was posted up. He had sealed off his man. He was really deep in the paint, and we just didn't pass on the ball. Whether we are trying not to pass on the ball, whether we're afraid of turnovers, whether they don't trust that he's going to make the shot, I don't know what's happening. But we need to pass Vooch the damn ball. The man was one of the best post players in the league when he played for the Magic. Why are we not using him the same way? We have seen throughout the last year and a half, when we pass Vooch the ball and he passes out, we get open shots. Mind you, if we shoot like we did today and we miss most of them, we're still going to lose. But We know he's not afraid to pass the ball back out. We have to target him. And you can see he was visibly upset about that. He got taken out at one point where he had a very heated conversation with Billy. You can see he was having a very heated conversation with the coaching staff. And he did not look happy that we were just passing up the ball and not giving it to him when he had his man sealed. This is something we have to work on. We say this every year. We have to start working on playing in and out. We have some shooters now. We have Kobe, we have Torrey Craig, we have Javon Carter, Alex Caruso throughout the preseason. Even this game seems like he is definitely not hesitating on shooting that shot. Zack is one of the best catch and shoot players in the league. He shoots 41% on catch and shoot. Why are we not playing through Vooch in the post? So that's definitely something we need to work on. We need to start helping out on. And honestly, I just think that Billy needs to make this the game plan. It's getting kind of annoying watching us not do these things. Now, in the time he did play, he made some good patches when he did get the ball. Sadly, we missed most of our open threes, which is not something you can say about the OkC Thunder. They were not missing in the second half. They were hitting on everything. Deep threes, close threes, open threes, contested threes. We need to have a game like that. We need to have consistency like that. That is why we brought in the people we brought in so we could pick up this three-point profile. I need us to shoot better. And that's definitely something I think we will do throughout the season. I think the acquisitions will help us score a little bit better, but I hope that we start really focusing on that and adding to it. A big issue that I had during this game, and Stacey Keem seemed to also say this, and he's been saying it. And we said it through the preseason. We said it last year. We said it the year before that. And we said it the year before that. Off-ball movement. The Bulls do not move off the ball. There were so many plays that I watched us either pass the ball to Vooch in the post, or someone drove, someone was dribbling with a low shot clock, and Patrick Williams was in the corner. His man would go to help, and he would just stand there with a wide open lane to the basket. One, we know Pat is athletic. We know he can dunk. We know he can dribble. Dive. Dive to the damn rim. You can dunk. You will try to dunk on people all the damn time. Why not do it when there's an open lane? It seems like that's something he just doesn't want to do. He would rather take the three. He feels more comfortable taking the three. I feel if we can get Patrick to start diving on those plays where he has wide open lanes to the rim and he can either lay the ball up, dunk, or just pass it off to someone else who is now open because they have to collapse because of his athleticism, I think it'll help us so much. You see Caruso, you saw Torrey Craig do it a lot this game. We saw Javonte Green do it last year. When the Bulls are slashing, when the Bulls are cutting off ball, it only helps us, right? This whole go deep in the paint, pass out for the three thing is great. We do it on fast breaks. We do it when Vooch is in the post. We do it off pick and rolls. But for some reason, we don't off-ball move. Like, that's another way of doing it. It's also another way to just get easy layups. We see it happen to the Bulls all the time where teams just back cut us consistently. It happens at least 2 to 3 times a game. Most of the time it's Zack who's letting it happen. But the goal here is we need to start taking that from other teams. Back cut. Cut to the basket. If there's no one in front of you, just move. You don't have to always take a three. I know we want to take more, but taking more doesn't necessarily mean we should give up on good shots because we want to focus on taking more. Okay? I did see DeMar try to shoot threes more this game. He also shot a lot of mid-range shots for what he wanted to shoot. I definitely think DeMar is DeMar. He's going to always shoot mid-ranges. He's going to try to shoot threes as well. We're just going to get what we get from that. But I need this team to start really focusing on that off-ball cutting. That's something that I want to focus on for the rest of the season and see if they do improve it. I do want to watch games and kind of see how that goes forward. But that's just my thought on that. And last, the person I think wins player of the game is Drummond. Andre Drummond had a good game. A very energized game, honestly. You can say what you want about Drummond. He is crazy. He is a character. Sometimes he makes boneheaded plays, but the man is always active, right? I mean, Vooch was active too, but Drummond was active as usual. He had the 2 best plays of the game, I would say, probably, with a great dunk And then right after, he got a steal, drove down the court, and then crossed up. He crossed up Hogram and then laid the ball up. Like, that's the Drummond I love to see, the energized, crazy Drummond. Now, mind you, most of the time when he does, it's not going to work. And we even heard Zack on his mic during one of the commercials say, like, did he even know what he's doing? Because honestly, half the time, I don't think Drummond does. I think Drummond is imagining he's a point guard in the backyard, and he just thinks that all of these moves are in his wheelhouse. Like, if he wouldn't get benched, I think Drummond would do like a crossover step back fading three. I really do think he would do it if he knew he wouldn't get benched, just because he would want to try it out to see if he could. He is a point guard mind in a center's body, and he doesn't have all of the athleticism and or coordination to do these things that he wants to do, but he will try them. And I love to see the effort, honestly. It's just one of my favorite parts about the game. And last, I want to talk a little bit about Vooch as well. I talked a lot about us not playing through him, but one of the things I definitely saw this game that we didn't see almost every game last season, but when you do see it, it's great. Vooch played so active on the defensive end today. This is the type of defense I love to see from Vooch. Mind you, this group of Carter, Craig, and Vooch, as well as Caruso all together, if Vooch is playing like he did today defensively, that is a great lineup. Now, mind you, there's no one on that lineup who's really going to be a scorer, so you got to put like a Zack or DeMar in there. Now, if we can get P. Will to step up and start scoring, consistently and taking that step, I would love to see a lineup with him in that instead of Zack and DeMar, and we're just a defensive lineup with him taking the lead. But that's going to be such a good lineup if Vooch can continue to play like he did today. He had a couple blocks. He was very active. He was tipping the ball. He was going for offensive rebounds. He was going to defensive rebounds. And honestly, there was parts of the game where it seemed like he had way more rebounds than he did. Like, it just seemed like he was consistently active on the board. He was constantly tipping. I love this new tipping back thing that he's doing now, right? He didn't do it a lot last year, but it seemed like he's really focusing on, like, if I'm not going to get the rebound, I'm going to at least try to tip it back to get the rebound if I can't just rally it in myself. And I love to see this angle. I love to see this attempt, because I definitely think it will start to get better and better, and we will start to see more points off of it. But the Bulls just have to really focus on a few things, and we want to really see consistency this season. We have to start making these threes. If we're going to be a team that focuses on three-pointers, we got to make them. If we're going to be a team that focuses on defense, we have to watch back cutters. That is a shot at Zack, because honestly, I need to not see him get back cut 3 times a game. It's kind of sad at this point that it consistently happened, and if you hear that somebody back cut the Bulls, you probably assume it was on Zach Levine. Like, we need to focus on that. So shooting, defense, and most of all, I think we really need to focus on getting Vooch, like I said, the damn ball. He's too good. He's too strong. Give him the ball. Let's play through the paint. We have more shooters now. Let's use them. So if you guys have a thought, if you think that Vooch doesn't need the ball more, you think he needs the ball more, like I said, you can comment it below. If there's a player you think did really good who I'm not talking about, also put it down below. And the biggest thing is make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to see more of these talks, just hit that bell notification so I can make sure that you are notified when I put out a video. And I want to hear from you guys. I want to make this a great community where I get your feedback, where I get to hear what you guys are. I'm new to this podcasting thing, but I'm just working my way through it, hoping that I learn more and more each day. So as usual, I love the Bulls. I love you guys. See ya.